Hey guys, and happy Keep It Simple Sunday. So today I've got 4 different ideas on things that you can do to include in your happy mail with stuff that you have around the house. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take this toilet paper roll and I'm going to flatten it out. And I'm using my bone folder, but you don't have to use that. You can just use whatever you have on hand. And then I bought this little book press or paper press from Joann's the other day, and it was on clearance for or on sale for from $3.99. I think it was like 70% off. So I went ahead and I had already pre-folded some and I stuck them in there so they could be as flat as possible. And I am on the struggle bus trying to get these these nuts off of here, but eventually they'll come off. So I went ahead and I just put some in there just so that they can get nice and flat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal one end with some glue, and I'm using this Fix glue. I love it. It works on fabric, works on paper. It works great. So all I'm going to do is just go ahead and put a strip of it on the inside of both of these. I think I'm only going to end up using one of them for the video, but I will end up using the other one. So I just wanted to get both of them glued down at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, put a strip of glue in there. You can even use like double-sided tape or any other type of glue that you might have on hand that, holds well. You can use that. But like I said, I like that Fix glue, and it works for fabric and paper, and it just works really, really well. So I used that. So I'm going to go ahead, put this back into the press, and let it sit for a little bit just to make sure that the glue adheres and that they stay flat and that the glue dries so that I can work on the project. So I'm going to put that to the side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some washi tape. So they're glued, they're stuck together. And the first thing that I'm going to do, actually, sorry, I'm all over the place here. I was trying to use this like paper puncher, but it was a little bit too thick. The cardboard was just a little bit too thick, so it kind of just gave me the imprint of it. And I just kind of used that as a guide, and I used my little detailing scissors and just kind of cut that circle out. This is optional. You don't have to do this. I just kind of like the look of it. So that is why I am doing this. But again, you don't have to do this. Like I said, completely optional. And I was just trying to maybe get a little bit more of a round corner there. But like I said, it's too thick and it wasn't working. But I still think I like the way it looks, and I think it looks cute. It looks like a little brown paper bag. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm just going to use up some washi tape that I have, and I'm going to go, you can use any washi tape you have, or you can even paint this or take some paper and cover it up. Completely up to you, whatever you have, or you can just leave it like that and let the person that you're sending it to decorate it. But I just like to kind of decorate things. But again, if you want to just send a blank one, that's totally up to you. You can do that too. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, cover this up with different prints of washi tape that I have. And I have this bin. All my bins of washi tape are separated kind of like by color scheme. So this one's like my gray and black bin. And so most of the washi tapes that are in here pretty much match, but not really, so they're all kind of gray and black, and that's just what I'm going to be using on here is all my gray and black ones. And I'm just going to cover it all the way to the top. You can do it horizontally, you can do it vertically, you can do half of it, you can do the top half. I mean, however you want to do it, it is completely up to you. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I will show you the finished product. So once I was done putting all the washi tape on it, I'll show you what it looks like here in just a second, but I did go ahead and cut that top little tab so that the round piece is cut out of it. And this is what it looks like. Then what I'm going to do is just put some stickers in there that I had on hand. You can either do that or just send just a little pocket. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some double-sided tape to the back of it. This is just a personal preference. You don't have to do this because some people like to glue theirs in. So this is completely up to you, but I like using double-sided tape. So I'm just going to go ahead, add some double-sided tape to the back of it. That way if I do decide to send this to somebody, it'll be ready for them to go ahead and put into their journal or their planner or wherever they're going to be using it. It'll be ready to go. All they have to do is take the little backing off and stick it into their book. And this is the double-sided tape from the Crafter's Square section at Dollar Tree. And you see that fits into an envelope perfectly. So that is my first option. Now, you can do anything you want. Like I said, you can just send it like that or decorate it. So guys, today is Keep It Simple Sunday, and my co-host is the amazing Megan over at The Crafty Quinn. And guys, she is so awesome. Definitely check out her channel and check out the playlist in the description box. If you're coming over from the playlist, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. And all right, on to the next one. So I am using these little paint, what are they called? Paint swatches or paint chips from, I think I got these at Lowe's. And I just get, whenever I go in, I just grab colors that I like and, because they're cute and they're useful. So I got these. These are a little bit wider than just like the regular ones. So they have that little window in it. And I like those because I thought I could do something with them. And I did. So what I did was I started by folding it in half vertically and just making sure that, the whole thing is nice and folded there. And then it does have some writing on the inside, so I wanted to cover that up. You can't really see the writing because of the light, but there is some writing in there, and it says like Lowe's and all that stuff and whatever. So I went ahead and I took some, this is just like from a notepad that I had on hand here, and I'm just trying to get like where I want it to be in there. The colors on the paper match the little, like the colors on the swatch there, so it was perfect. So I just wanted that to kind of show through the little window there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and glue that piece of paper onto the bottom, I guess that's technically the bottom flap of the little paint swatch thingy. And just going to glue that down there, and then I am going to glue the top part of it to the bottom. So just going to glue it shut so that it's not open. Now obviously if you wanted it to be like a little folder or whatever, you could glue another sheet to that top part and then make it like a little folder. Totally optional. I just chose to do it this way because that's just what I wanted to do. But I mean, this is just, something to kind of give you an idea of what you can put into Happy Mail. I got a lot of questions when I posted about doing my Happy Mail club, about what to add into the envelopes and what I should use and, stuff like that. And I have to go buy stuff. You don't have to go buy anything. You use what you have on hand. So even if you want to, and I'll show you here in a second how to send like samples of washi tape so you don't have to send like a whole roll. But yeah, this is just stuff that you can do with stuff that you have on hand. And I thought, you know what, it's Keep It Simple Sunday, so let's do that. All right, so then what you're going to do is you're just going to decorate and kind of cover up all the like print that's on the little swatches there, because it has the names of the paint and the brand and all that stuff. So you just want to cover it up, and you can use stickers. Sorry, I'm out of the shot there. But you can use stickers, you can use washi tape, you can paint them, you can use stamps, paper. I mean, again, whatever you have on hand is what you use. Just try to keep it as simple as possible. And then if somebody makes junk journals, stuff like this is perfect for that, because it's completely made out of stuff that you were either going to throw away or that you just had on hand. So I'm just kind of using different shades of purple washi tape to kind of cover up. That one piece of washi tape that I put first was a little bit too thin, and you could still see the words showing through, so I decided to just take another thinner piece of washi tape and cover just the words up, and it works fine. So then I wanted to cover up the little where I folded it at, because it was a little bit like kind of not broken, but it looked a little funny, so I wanted to cover that too. So I'm gonna just keep decorating it with washi tape. Like I said, you can use whatever you want. You don't even have to use glue. You can use double-sided tape, whatever you want, whatever you have. And just have fun with it. And if you're making this for somebody that you know and that you know their style and colors that they like and whatnot, then you can make it to fit, their style. Now, if you're just making it like for the Happy Mail Club, then maybe keep it a little bit more neutral, or send all the stuff that's needed for them to make it. And then that way they can make their own little bookmark or folder or whatever, whatever it is, they can make it with the products that you sent them. So that, there's so many different ideas. This is just a couple of them, stuff that I kind of just came up with. And again, I'm taking the washi tape and covering up where I folded the little paint chip there so that it's sealed, because it was kind of breaking and kind of tearing up a little bit, so I didn't want it to like fall apart or look janky. So I just went ahead and covered it up with some washi tape. And then the next thing that I'm going to do, and again this is optional, is I'm going to kind of make this into a bookmark, and I'm just going to take my hole punch, make a hole on the top there, and then I'm going to use some cotton twine that I had, and I thought I had some purple, and I probably do it, but it's probably in my craft room, and well, these are the ones that I had on hand here. And I don't know about anybody else, but I always have a hard time finding like the beginning of rolls of thread, like always. And then I end up messing up the whole roll because I cut it at some weird spot, and it's so frustrating. You see me here, I'm really trying to find like the end of it, and I thought I found it, and there was one little piece kind of sticking out, and I thought that was it, and it wasn't. So I just went ahead and cut it. So don't judge me, and I'm sure there's like a right way to do it, and if you know, please let me know, because I do this every single time I use a new like roll of yarn or thread or anything like that. And it's very frustrating. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut a piece of the cotton twine, and you can use yarn or ribbon or, whatever you have on hand again. And this is optional. You don't even have to do this. But I just kind of wanted the little tassel. And so initially I was going to make a tassel. Now my tassel making skills are subpar at best. I have tried and tried and tried, and I thought this would look really cute with a tassel, but it was giving me the flux, and I did not want to keep trying. So I went ahead and decided to just make a little little fringe thingy. I don't know. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's just a little piece. I took a couple pieces of the cotton twine. You'll see here in just a second. I'm just going to take a couple pieces, cut it up, and I was going to try making a tassel again. And then I was like, this is just frustrating. So I didn't. And I'm going to you'll see what I end up doing here in just a second. You'll see what I end up doing here in just a second. I was really trying to use all of them. I wanted to make the big tassel. I wanted it to be, what I wanted, and it just wasn't working. So I just admitted defeat, and I moved on to my next plan, was just taking a few strands of the cotton twine, putting it through the hole as you see me doing, and then just kind of putting the loose ends into the looped end. And you'll see better here in just a second. So I made the little loop, and then I'm just putting the loose ends through there, and voila. That's all you have to do if you don't know how to make, fringe, or not the tassels or whatever. Or you can even use like a pre-made tassel if you have one. But see, that fits into the envelope just fine. So that's two things down that you can fit into an envelope. Now, this here is just a tag from one of my daughter's like school clothes that we just bought her. And it's just like one of the tags, but I like how thick it is, and I love the colors on it and the shape of it. And so what I'm trying to figure out, and I'm sorry there's like a weird glare, but it's kind of a shiny material, or like the paper's kind of shiny, and it has like weird fabric, but I mean paper. Bleh. So it was kind of glaring off the light. So what I'm going to do is now this can be, okay, so before I tell you what I'm doing, you could send it just like that, and it could be an ephemera piece for whoever you're sending it to, and then they can kind of decorate it however they want to, or just maybe cut that bottom piece off with the colorful part on it. Or you can do what I'm going to do and kind of decorate it a little bit and turn it into a little bookmark, which they can still, once they receive it, if they choose to, remove the stickers and turn it into ephemera. So either way, they can use it however they choose to. And for the life of me, I could not get this sticker on there straight. I tried it quite a few times and it was just crooked, but I just dealt with it at the end and just kind of left it alone because I didn't want to mess up the sticker. So eventually it was straight enough and I just moved on. But I'm going to go ahead, decorate this part with just the one sticker, and it's like a little, it looks like a little notebook. That way, if they want to write on it, maybe they're doing like a reading journal or something like that, and they can kind of write down what chapter they're on or anything. I mean, I don't know. You can use it for so many different things. So then on the other side, I'm just going to put a sticker over there. On the bottom there, it has like the size of whatever, whatever article of clothing it was that we purchased. So I'm just going to take this cute little sticker, and these are from, I believe, from Hobby Lobby, if I'm not mistaken. So I just covered up the numbers there, and I think it looks super cute. So then I'm going to take my hole punch again. I'm going to make the hole at the top there just a little bit bigger so that I can actually fit something through it. Then I'm going to take some purple twine. I don't know where, I've had this forever and it's been in my stash for the longest time, and I just kind of use a little bit here, a little bit there. I've had it probably for about 5-6 years, like no joke. I've had it forever. But I just like the color, and I don't ever use a whole lot of it at once, so it's lasted me for a long time. Anyway, that's a little backstory on my twine. I don't know why I went through all that. But anyway, I'm doing the same thing with this one, just kind of folding it in half, putting the looped part through the hole that I punched there, and then putting the loose ends through the loop and pulling it. And there you go. Again, this could be a piece of ephemera. This could be a little bookmark. Whatever they choose to use it for. Again, once they receive it, they can change it. They can use as is. You can personalize these things, whatever. So then there you go. Fits into an envelope perfectly, as with everything else. So far we have 3 things in the envelope. So for the next one, we are going to use we're going to use another one of the little paint chips, and I think I just picked like a solid color. You can use a paint chip, you can use like an old gift card, you can use a piece of plastic from like a package, anything that you want for this next DIY or next little Happy Mail piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out some of my washi tape and just put some washi tape and just wrap it around there so that whoever you send this to has a little bit of your washi tape, so you can send some of your favorite washi tape, or if you have like a roll that you have a lot of and you just don't want to you can't fit the whole roll into the envelope, or whatever the case may be, you just kind of wrap it around a few times and just send some washi tape. And like I said, you don't have to use these little paint chip things. You can use plastic or whatever. I mean, whatever you have on hand that kind of fits into an envelope and isn't huge. Gift cards are great because they're more, they're stiff or a little bit harder than like this little cardboard thing. But this works out great because it's lightweight and it works. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap all this washi tape on this little card, and I will show you what it looks like here in just a second. Alright, so this is what it looks like all done, and of course you can leave it just like that, or you can maybe put their name on it or put a little ribbon or tassel on it, but that's how everything fits into the envelope. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye.